And welcome to Trade Secrets with Jacob McBee here on Bernie Radio. Trade Secrets is brought to you by my favorite service company, myfavoriteservicecompany.com. And we're broadcasting live today from the Bevy Hotel here in downtown Bernie, Texas. And I say, welcome, Jacob McBee.
Thank you, Baron. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for making memories here in Bernie, Texas. And I got a story for you on how my favorite service company is already my favorite service company. But let me just tell you right now what you're in for in this next this radio show today. You are going to learn something. You're going to get answers to questions you didn't even know to ask. And on top of that, we're going to save you thousands of dollars. That's the idea here is what we're going to do. Yep. But it all starts with my friend here, my expert in the house. It's Jacob. And my friend, I also want to thank you for what you did for Bernie Radio by being a part of our July 4th event with our Boost Bernie Business event. Talk about that experience of what happened here in Bernie.
Yeah, that was just amazing to meet a World War II veteran, to see a flag that was flown in World War II, a war-battered and torn flag, and to sit and just listen to him talk about his experiences there, and just a great thing. That emotional roller coaster I saw him go through, which the sadness of it isn't great, but to see the passion in it, and to realize that even after all these years, it's still so strong there. It just makes me want to thank veterans and be that much more grateful towards them and their families and everybody else. And like he said, I believe he's a hero still, but he says he's not the hero. He says it's those that are buried, overseas. And so, wow, what an amazing story and an experience.
Yeah, we got to see a flag that had 48 stars on it, museum quality frame there at the Texas Treasures Fine Art Gallery, and we all pledged allegiance to that flag. Yeah. It almost kind of took you back of what happened back there at the end of World War II. This guy who lives here in Bernie, 99 years old. In fact, you know when he turned 99?
No.
On Flag Day. That was his birthday. It's just incredible. But you got up and spoke, Jacob, and you got to honor not only him, but you gave us a little history lesson. Can you kind of give us that again?
Sure. So the history of the flag is pretty remarkable. Of course, we saw his flag with 48 stars, and now we have 50, which represents the 50 states of the United States of America, and this is the 27th version.
Yeah.
And it still has the original 13, stripes on it, 7 red top and bottom, and the rest blue in between. And it's just, to me, such an amazing thing and a great history. It was March 23rd, 1775, and a man stood up and said, "Give me liberty or give me death." And just over a year later, 13 people came together 13 people come from created our Congress. And they signed our Declaration of Independence, and that was, of course, July 4th, 1776. And it is also rich and so amazing, and to think back of the original founders of our country and what that country represents today from so many years back, to me is just amazing. And my big thing is, again, just to celebrate that freedom. And one of the other big great things is that we have the right to pursue our happiness, and that's something like in this trade, for example, that I have the right to pursue that, and it's because of people like RW that fought for that right. And so, wow, can we ever be so happy and amazed and thankful for those things?
Well, again, this is where my favorite service company puts your money where your mouth is. And so you came up with a way to launch this company all over Central South Texas, all over the Hill Country here, in a way to honor veterans. So talk about what you're doing and how it's going.
Yeah, so we launched just a giveaway. We didn't do it for a very extended period of time. This was just a one-time thing we want to do during the 4th of July. But basically what we did was we decided to allow individuals to nominate veterans that they would like to receive a free air conditioning system, and not just free. We'll drop it off at the garage and,
Here's a big
figure it out. Yeah, we
and an Allen wrench.
We wanted to have it fully installed, completed, meet our quality standards with third-party verifications, and all the other things that we do on a regular basis when we install air conditioners, and do this at completely no charge to the veteran that was randomly chosen through these nominations. And then we thought, well, there's other people out there that can use these systems, and there's other people that need things also. And so we decided that if you nominated one, we would also give away another air conditioning system to another random person that nominated a veteran to thank them for nominating these veterans. So that was 2 free air conditioning systems. We actually ended the drawing on the 5th at midnight, and we'll be doing the drawing to find out who the winner is, and we'll be doing that live.
Well, hopefully we'll get to talk about that story next time.
Yes.
That'll be very, very cool.
Yes,
I want to be there. I want to record the audio for that.
Yeah, hopefully we can get some video and some audio and get to really all enjoy that together.
And here's the other thing. I'll just say this about you. You said it was for a short time, and it was for a very short time. So help me, it was under a week that you did this promotion. So you didn't actually do this as a big way. Let's milk this thing for a month, Jacob McBee. You said we need to do the right thing. It's 4th of July. I'm going to take care of a vet today, basically.
Yeah. It's getting hot. We don't want to. We don't want this to go on and be prolonged. So we want to find that person and get them taken care of right away. The other thing is that maybe there's others that we won't be able to get them a new air conditioner. But I'm going to check in with them anyways, and maybe they just need a minor repair or something. And so we've decided as a team at My Favorite Service Company that we put together a budget. And, maybe not everybody's going to find out about who and when and where, but we decided to put a budget together for some minor repairs just in case there's somebody that needed something that we can get them taken care of.
You, my friend, and we're going to talk about maintenance. Last week we laid down the foundation of what you're all about and the history, and now here we are, we're launching. We're going to talk about maintenance today. But let me just tell you what. You told me, hey, Baron, when you need your air conditioner service, I want you to have the experience, and that way you can talk about it better on the radio, and I'll take care of you. And I'm like, you know what, thanks a lot. I'm renting from some guy. I don't need the help. Almost kind of rude. But I'm grateful at the same time. I'm good to go. Jacob, the next day, my air conditioner goes out of my house. And so help me, Garrett and Jake came out. I think those are your A-team guys because they came out quick. Brand new truck, brand new hat. How do I get one of those hats, by the way?
Oh, I'll get you one.
All right. In the Bernie Radio gift shop. It's coming. They came out, and obviously within an hour, they got me back up on, here on radio, we get back on the air. They got air back into my house, and it was like a Christmas miracle. And so I want to thank you, the immediate promptness of your service and your team, first class. And again, we can talk more about that, but just brag on those 2 guys for a second, would you?
Yeah, I will. I'll brag on the whole team because while we were at your house, we
you were somewhere else.
Enough, how crazy it is, but Sonny Melendrez is a good friend of mine also, and he's
and his went out.
His air conditioner went out too. We were literally at your house and his house at the same time. And so I had a team over there also, and we were taking care of his system, and we got him up and running. And, we found just some minor things on both of y'all's. But we also did a full report, and we were able to determine that, there are some other things that may need to be done in the future, something just to consider and think about, and so that you have other options out there, and you can act on them as quickly as possible. But, man, the team, I'm just so proud of them. And I'll even take just a second. I'll kind of veer off here, and I'll tell you, the team that I have here, I'm so proud of them, but also so proud of myself for hiring them. If I could pat myself on the back,
I'll do it for you.
Because when I started the company, I bought a company that was 18 years old, and I brought some people over from there, and I vetted them and made sure that they understood what my vision was in rebranding and taking over their company. And they were 100% on board and completely with it. And I was telling the team this morning, and the guys yesterday acted on that very much so, and they do on a daily basis when they're serving their customers. But I told them, I said, the number one thing to remember is that my answer to you is going to be yes. If it has to do with serving the customer, making sure that they get the right thing, my answer is going to be yes. Because if that customer calls me and they get through to me to ask me a question, then it's either going to be a yes or it's free. Because I believe in serving that customer. And if we've done something wrong and we need to make it right, then I'm going to get back out there and I'm going to make it right. And by all means, we have made mistakes. I make the guys take a minimum of 13 pictures on every maintenance call, every service call they do, and go through and do a complete report. And if I find that they didn't complete any one of those steps, and we've already left the house, we're going back and we're going to complete it. And we do that because we want to hold ourselves to a higher standard. And when we serve our customers, not because we want to go out there and just make a profit. By all means, hey, this is trade secrets, and to tell the truth, as far as trades are concerned, we're all out there to make a profit so we can put syrup on the kids' pancakes. But that doesn't mean we do that in the wrongful way. That means that we do that by serving the customer the best way that we can, and inadvertently the money follows thereafter. And the guys do that on a regular basis. I'm so proud of them. I'm so happy that they're here on the team with me and that they're doing these things on a regular basis. And they just continue to set the bar higher and higher. This morning in our morning meeting, we have meetings, and they were giving me ideas as to, well, we're doing these things really good, but we can do these things even better. And so they're constantly looking not only at what we're doing
with
well,
ideas.
Absolutely, and I empower them to make those decisions. If it's right for the customer and it's going to do a better job for them, then by all means do it. We'll talk about making it an official, part of it later on. But if you're at the home and you think it needs to be done, then just get it done.
All right, we're talking to Jacob McBee with MyFavoriteServiceCompany.com. You're listening to Trade Secrets here on Bernie Radio. And Jacob, as we talked about my shutdown, maybe my shutdown or maybe Sonny's shutdown could have been prevented if we just took care of our regular maintenance. Is that possible? Is that true?
Yes, that's very true. That's really
because I didn't have to sleep and sweat.
That's the purpose of maintenance. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that system is maintained and it's looked at, and you are considering how it's operating so that you can prevent breakdowns in the future, and you're not set with something because if it breaks down, it's not going to break down at the most at the best time. It's going to break down whenever it's the hottest day of the summer, and it's
July.
It's a Sunday afternoon, and you've got a family party going on, and the birthday or whatever. It always happens at the worst time, so we want to prevent those things. And the air conditioner is something to consider. Compare it to your car. Okay, so if you drive at 60 miles an hour down the highway, you're essentially going to travel 1 mile inside of 60 seconds. So if you're traveling 1 mile inside of 60 seconds, you're going to travel 60 miles in an hour.
Brilliant. Got it.
Okay.
I'm tracking with you so far.
Okay. So if you look at an air conditioning system, the average air conditioning system will run around 8 to 10 hours per day.
Where? Not in my house.
I'm saying the average. Some much longer. And then, of course, during the summertime, they're going to run even longer than that, right? Some, 12, 18, and some just hardly ever shut off.
Yeah, my wife's from Wisconsin. It doesn't shut off here in Texas.
The colder you want to keep that house, the hotter it is outside, the longer it's going to run. But the average air conditioning system is going to run around 3,000, around 3,000 miles when comparing it to that in a week. Because of the run time compared to the hours. So if you look at that, it's running over 150,000 miles per year.
Yeah.
We wouldn't drive our car for that long and not have routine maintenance done on it.
Correct.
When we take our car in for routine maintenance, we're not going in to find a bunch of things gone wrong. We're going in there to make sure that things don't go wrong in the future. And that's the purpose of maintenance whenever you're looking at maintaining your air conditioner. We want to go in there and make sure we tighten the electrical connections and do all the things. And we'll get into those here in a little bit and really go through a list for y'all to consider and watch for. But that's what we're trying to do as far as maintenance is concerned, is try to prevent things from happening in the future and prevent the big repairs. Hey, look, if you have a minor repair right now that can be done to prevent the future breakdown, but you don't take care of it, it's just like, again, compare it to a car. If you've got a shake, a shimmy, a rattle, or something going on there, and you ignore it, it doesn't just mysteriously go away. It's going to continue to get worse and worse and worse.
It doesn't heal itself like the human body, huh?
Exactly. And so whenever it does go wrong, it ends up being a much more extensive repair, or larger repair than what it could have been if we would have just taken care of it in advance. And you said just like the human body, that's an excellent analogy. When you go to the doctor, you go through kind of a routine checkup, and they're going to check your blood pressure, and they're going to check your breathing, and they're going to go through and do an inspection on you per se. And if they did, and they saw something as far as your blood pressure is concerned, and it was too high. You want that doctor to tell you, hey, what's going on? You want them to diagnose why your blood pressure is high, and then prescribe a solution to reducing that and helping you to become healthy again.
Right.
We don't want to ignore it, because then that blood pressure issue can obviously evolve into something much larger. And that's the purpose of maintaining your air conditioner. And as much as they run, you need to really do it at least once a year. So
Yeah.
I say,
For your new units, right?
so if they're 5 years or less, I say once a year is more than enough. Over that 5 years is when you want to start looking at doing it more than once a year. You want to do it twice a year. And of course, over 10 years old, it's almost a guaranteed must, and you should be doing it at least twice a year.
All right.
The reason being is because as you've traveled, just, go back to the analogy of 150,000 miles a year, at 150,000 times 5 times 10,
Right.
not many vehicles are
No.
going 1.5 million miles. But your air conditioners have traveled that. And so we really want to keep a close eye on them, so that if we can help maintain them, keep them running efficiently, effective, and prevent them from breaking down, we want to look at that and do that. And again, those little rattles and those little shakes become worse and worse as they get older. So we want to keep a closer eye on them so that we can help them.
And we're going to take a short break here on myfavoriteservicecompany.com and Trade Secrets with Jacob McBee. And when we come back, we'll go over your little maintenance checklist. Is that all right?
Yeah, I'm going to give you some ideas as to what to look for, and whenever we get back, I'll just have a pen and paper ready, and I'll help you out.
We'll be back in 1 minute.
If you like and appreciate the tips and discussions we've had here, and feel this added some value, please go below and hit the like button for us. You'd be doing us a huge favor. In addition, if you'd go below and just make a comment, that's a great gauge for us to continue to bring great trade secrets to you right here on Real Trade Secrets.
And welcome back to Trade Secrets with Jacob McBee. I'm Baron Wiley here. It's sponsored by My Favorite Service Company, which, by the way, is my favorite service company, myfavoriteservicecompany.com. And in the last segment, we've been talking about maintenance on your system. And again, with the idea of saving you thousands of dollars just by making a simple appointment and preventing a nightmare happening. And so, Jacob, you put together a pretty cool checklist.
Yeah.
You're a systems guy. You've got all this written. You've written the Bible when it comes to air conditioning maintenance here.
Well, I don't know about that, but I try to be thorough. I try to give my technicians a good thorough list, and again, going back to over and over again, it's a matter of knowing what we're looking for and then holding ourselves accountable to that. And personally, I can tell you that if I go out in the field and I'm running a maintenance call and I don't have my thorough checklist here that I go by, and I hold myself accountable to my third-party verifications, I'm gonna forget stuff. I'm
Right.
human. I'm caught up in all kinds of other stuff, and then we have a conversation about the dog and last year's vacation, and then the next thing you know, I forgot to do something, and that's not acceptable, because that's not what's going to make sure you have a good running, efficient air conditioning system that's going to maintain your house in a cool, comfortable manner and not leave you stranded
Right.
in the worst times possible. So yes, we've got great systems written, and we've got checklists that we go through, and then again we third party verify everything as far as that's concerned with
What does
a
that mean,
series of
third party?
pictures.
What does that mean?
So everything we do, we load it up into a computer base as we're monitoring the system. That system is going into an iCloud. That iCloud it saves the information, so we can always look back at that report. But also is monitored by a third party, so that we can verify the guys in the field, what they're seeing, what they think, and what they feel is not just what they see, think, and feel, but it's third party verified.
And you can look at it at the same time too from your office?
I can log in. I can look at it at the same time. So
That's
let's just say, for example, they're having a bit of difficulty, and they're not sure as to what's going on. They can log in and they could talk to me or the service manager, or one of the guys there at the office, and say, hey, here's what's going on, and I'm just not sure as to what the problem is. Well, we'll get together as a
Whole
team,
team.
and we'll say, no, here's exactly what's happening, and this is exactly why we believe this, and that again report is generated, and it tells you exactly what's going on. It will tell you, so let's just say you have a 3-ton air conditioner, it'll tell you your system is running at 34,000 BTUs, which 3 tons, 36,000, within that range, we're in good shape. But some, we get there and they're running over a ton under what they're supposed to, and that's just great information. So yeah.
All right, very good. All right, so let's see. So was that your first point, number one, when it comes to maintenance there?
So yeah, we always want to follow a system. We want to make sure that you know that you have a written report as to what was done there, and that written report follows a checklist, however the checklist may be done. And you know, I will, you know, again, cut away here for a second. I'll tell you, you know, you can call anybody you want. You know, of course, I'd suggest calling my favorite, because then it would be your favorite, and so that just makes sense. But if you choose to use somebody else, or you have somebody else you like, then that's perfectly fine. But if you ever need a second opinion, you got a question, you're unsure, or you'd like to, you know, compare our checklist against somebody else's checklist or anything of that nature, look, I'm here to serve the customer. I'm here to make sure that y'all are comfortable and y'all are happy and that things are taken care of for you. And, you know, if maybe you don't use us or you don't choose us today, maybe you suggest us to somebody else or you use us in the future. And that's my goal. I want to make sure everybody is cool, comfortable, and they live in a fresh, clean, healthy home as far as their air is concerned.
Right.
So never be afraid to contact us. You know, the number is 830-212-4222. 830-212-4222, or you can contact us at myfavoriteservicecompany.com, and then on there you can contact us, and you can also scroll through and get a lot of the information. So never be afraid to just ask us for a free second opinion, or for information or details, or to just cross-verify what's going on somewhere else. We're happy to do it, and second opinions are always free. But
And you mentioned the website again. It's myfavoriteservicecompany.com. And so I do recommend that you go to the site, because a lot of this information is already there. In fact, I think if you'd like your checklist, can we get it from you?
absolutely, yeah, that's absolutely free. And you know, the guys will say, well, we shouldn't share that because then the competitors will find it. Well, great. Then you know, they're just doing everything we're doing, and the industry is setting a higher level, a higher bar, and we're all serving the customer better. I'm happy with that.
The show's
I'm more than
called
happy.
Trade Secrets, but you're letting the secret out.
Let's everybody be successful together.
Correct. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That goes back to your work ethic and what you're all about. And so lead the way, my friend.
We will continue.
All right. Do we have time to cover another maintenance thing on your checklist?
Yeah, you know, if we want, let's go through the checklist quickly, and then we can always run a second segment if necessary, because I want everybody to have this. But we want to check the system thoroughly. We want to clean, treat, and verify that you have a properly draining drain system. The drain systems are so important, and I could just get into so many subjects here. But you know, an air conditioning system in a hot, humid day like you know, right this week and last week, it's been raining almost all summer.
It just rained right now. Did you see that?
It's you know, your air conditioner can produce 20 gallons of water in a day. And if it's producing 20 gallons of water in a day and it's not draining properly, and it's up in the attic or in your closet, and you got, you know, nice hardwood floors, or you know, it's in the attic and your sheetrock and insulation's under that, imagine if 20 gallons got away on accident. You know, that's 4 of those orange buckets full of water. That's a ton of water, and so we want to make sure that that's operating properly, and that we've got safety measures attached to it, so that if there is a problem, we can actually shut the air conditioner down and prevent it from producing more water. And then you can call your favorite service company, and
Which is my favorite service company, by the way.
Okay, mine too, and get them out to check it out. We want to make sure that the return air is clean. It's so important to have, you know, clean air on the entering side of things. You want to go through and verify that the indoor equipment is clean, that the air filters, the blower motor, the housing, the evaporator coils, and make sure that those are all good, because the little pieces of dirt, they affect every part of the air conditioner, because they are decreasing the airflow, they're decreasing the ability for the air conditioner to actually condition the air correctly, which is removing the heat from the house.
Right.
And so every one of those little bits and pieces adds up. And as it continues on, it gets worse and worse. It decreases efficiency, it causes vibrations, it causes the motors to overheat. Heat's terrible for them. That's what kills them. And so very, very important to go through it and check all those things also.
This is like a fire hose coming at me, my friend, all this information that you're giving me. So again, I want to encourage our folks to get on your mailing list, if you will. Can they do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, go to myfavoriteservicecompany.com and sign up, and you'll just kind of keep us updated on what we need. Just what you've given us so far, I think we could, you said let's do another segment.
I think so.
I think we need to break it down, because I don't want it to overwhelm me.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Absolutely.
All
I'd be
right.
happy to do that.
So let's put a bow on this. But it is my favorite service company radio show here. And so with that, with Trade Secrets there, let me just ask you real quick there. All right, we're in the middle of summer here. Your top summer vacation that you ever had?
Well, it's funny, but it was New Zealand. I was
What?
able to go to New Zealand, so I took it while it's summertime here. But of course, it's not summertime
That's not a summer vacation.
there. But what an amazing place! What an amazing trip!
Wow.
I was able to enjoy it with my older brother. He and I went there for a bonding trip, and it was just absolutely amazing. If ever given the opportunity, I would highly suggest it. Just beautiful, the culture and everything in between. So that would definitely be at the top of my list.
You had some good lamb there while you were there?
Much of anything, yes.
Yeah.
Everything there is just amazing. And if you enjoy hot tea, that's definitely the thing there. And just everything about it was really good. I have just so many amazing stories. What a great time. Thank you so much for listening. If you've enjoyed the show and you haven't subscribed, liked, or followed, please do so below. It'd be a great help to us.